Liverpool target Crystal Palace defender Marc Guéhi as Konate refuses new contract extension. By sports reporter, Liverpool breaking. October 2025. In a dramatic twist that has sent shockwaves across Merseyside, Liverpool are reportedly preparing an audacious January move for Crystal Palace defender Marc Guéhi, following confirmation that Ibrahima Konate has refused to extend his current contract with the Reds. According to sources close to the club, the French international has made it clear that he wants a new challenge, sparking immediate transfer activity at Anfield as the board looks to secure a long-term replacement before the situation escalates further. The news comes at a sensitive time for Arne Slot, who has been under immense pressure following a turbulent start to his first Premier League season. Liverpool's defensive frailties have been on full display in recent matches, and the uncertainty surrounding Konate's future has only deepened the crisis at the back. The recruitment department, led by Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes, has identified Guéhi as the ideal successor. A composed, technically gifted, and homegrown centre-back who could blend seamlessly into Slot's tactical system. Konate's contract standoff, a growing concern. Ibrahima Konate's situation has been quietly brewing behind the scenes for months. The 26-year-old, who joined Liverpool from RB Leipzig in 2021, has enjoyed a largely successful stint at Anfield, forming a solid partnership with Virgil van Dijk during the final years of Jurgen Klopp's reign. However, with his current deal expiring in 2026 and no sign of renewal talks progressing, insiders say the relationship between the player's camp and the club has reached a cold distance. Reports suggest Konate is frustrated with the rotation policy under Arne Slot and is unhappy about the club's long-term defensive direction. Sources close to the player claim he feels undervalued compared to other European defenders and believes he can earn a better deal, both financially and competitively. Elsewhere, with Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich monitoring the situation closely. Liverpool, on their part, have grown tired of the stalemate and are unwilling to risk losing him for a reduced fee next summer. The club's hierarchy believes the best solution is to line up a replacement early. And that's where Marc Guéhi fits in perfectly. Why Liverpool want Guéhi? Marc Guéhi, currently a cornerstone of Crystal Palace's defense, has long been admired at Anfield. The 24-year-old England international has impressed consistently in the Premier League with his intelligent positioning, composure on the ball, and leadership qualities. With over 100 top-flight appearances and growing experience on the international stage, Guéhi is now seen as one of the most reliable young defenders in England. Slot's Liverpool have shown flashes of brilliance in attack, but defensively, the team has lacked stability, particularly in games where high pressing leaves the backline exposed. Guéhi's calmness under pressure and ability to play progressive passes from deep could make him an ideal fit for Slot's possession-based system. He's also homegrown, which aligns with Liverpool's strategy of maintaining a strong English core within the squad. Anfield insiders say the recruitment team has been tracking Guéhi since 2022, and discussions about his availability resurfaced after Konate's refusal to extend. Palace are known to be tough negotiators, but Liverpool are expected to test their resolve with an opening bid in the region of £45 million, potentially rising to £55 million with add-ons. Inside sources. A deal is possible in January. A source close to the club told Liverpool Breaking. The situation with Konate is complicated, but Liverpool are not panicking. They have a clear plan. Guéhi has been on the radar for a long time. If Konate refuses to sign before December, the club will move aggressively in January. Arne Slot wants players who are 100% committed, and Guéhi fits the type of defender he loves: fast, disciplined, and very composed. Negotiations are expected to accelerate in late November once Liverpool finalize their January transfer priorities. The Reds are also monitoring other defensive options, including Antonio Silva of Benfica and Giorgio Scalvini of Atalanta, but Guéhi's Premier League experience and English nationality give him an edge. The rebuild continues under Slot. Arne Slot's project at Liverpool was always meant to be one of evolution rather than revolution. But with major figures like Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and now possibly Konaté approaching uncertain futures, the Dutchman finds himself leading a deeper rebuild than expected. Liverpool's recent defensive performances have been inconsistent, and the loss of key figures to injury has exposed the lack of depth. While Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah have provided decent backup, Slot reportedly believes that Guéhi could offer a stronger long-term partnership for the post-Van Dijk era. Guéhi's leadership and maturity have stood out at Palace, where he's been captain in multiple matches under Roy Hodgson and now Oliver Glasner. Slot believes his mentality aligns perfectly with Liverpool's dressing room culture, a blend of professionalism, calmness, and hunger. Fan reactions mixed feelings over Konaté's exit. Among Liverpool supporters, Konaté's possible departure has stirred mixed emotions. Many fans respect the Frenchman's contributions but also acknowledge his recurring injuries and occasional lapses in concentration. Social media has been flooded with debates, with some fans insisting the club should cash in while his value is still high, while others argue Liverpool should fight harder to keep him. One fan posted on X, formerly Twitter, "Konaté has been solid when fit, but you can't build the future on a player who doesn't want to stay. Guéhi is young, hungry, and PL proven. That's the direction we should go." Another fan wrote, "Losing Konaté would be a huge blow. He's one of the best young defenders in Europe. But if he doesn't want to extend, we need to move on quickly, just like we did after Wijnaldum and Firmino left." Financial implications and future plans. Liverpool's financial position remains strong despite heavy investment in recent windows. The club's wage structure has been carefully maintained, and freeing up Konaté's salary could make room for Guéhi without breaching the budget. With the Premier League's profit and sustainability rules in play, selling Konaté for around £60 to £65 million could easily offset Guéhi's incoming fee and leave space for another signing, possibly in midfield. Sources say the club might also explore including Nat Phillips or Sepp van den Berg in part of the negotiation package to reduce costs, as both players are unlikely to feature in Slot's long-term plans. Guéhi's perspective. From Guéhi's side, the move would represent a massive career leap. Having joined Crystal Palace from Chelsea in 2021, he has matured into one of the most consistent English defenders in the league. A transfer to Liverpool would not only offer him Champions League or Europa League football, but also an opportunity to compete for major titles, something Palace cannot provide at the moment. Insiders believe Guéhi would be open to the move, though Palace will not make it easy. The South London club values him as their defensive leader and could demand a fee close to £60 million, citing previous sales like Marc Cucurella and Aaron Wan-Bissaka as benchmarks. What's next? The next few months will be decisive. Konaté's representatives are expected to meet with Liverpool's management in mid-November to discuss one last round of renewal talks. However, unless there's a major change in the player's stance, Liverpool will proceed with the Guéhi deal. Anfield officials believe wrapping up a pre-agreement before the January window opens would send a strong message to fans and stabilize the defense heading into the second half of the season. For Arne Slot, securing a defender like Guéhi could be a defining moment in his tenure. A move that not only strengthens his defense, but also reinforces his authority after a rocky start. Final thoughts. Liverpool's pursuit of Marc Guéhi is more than just a transfer story. It's a reflection of a club at a crossroads. With Konaté's future uncertain and Van Dijk nearing the twilight of his career, the Reds are preparing for a generational transition in defense. Guéhi embodies everything Liverpool want in their next defensive leader: intelligence, composure, athleticism, and leadership. Whether the deal gets completed in January or summer, one thing is certain. The winds of change are blowing through Anfield, and Arne Slot is determined to shape his own era with players who are fully committed to the red shirt.